With the escalation of the war of words between the United States and Russia over Ukraine, China, one of the major players on the international stage, did not miss the opportunity to crowd out Washington and Moscow on this issue. In recent days, Beijing has called for both sides to remain calm and end the Cold War mentality, while also making it clear that it is supportive of Moscow's concerns. The nature of the existing relations between Moscow and China indicates the latter's support for its old ally and communist companion, Russia, which is evident in the hierarchy of Chinese attitudes towards the crisis, according to what was reported by the BBC website. China and Russia protect the world. China's support for ally Russia began last week with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi describing Russia's security concerns as legitimate, saying they should be taken seriously and addressed. And the support developed into the declaration of the Chinese ambassador to the United Nations, Zhang Jun, that his country does not agree with the allegations of the United States that Russia threatens international peace. He criticized the United States for holding a session of the UN Security Council, likening it to megaphone diplomacy that does not lead to negotiations. In addition to official statements, China formed, through its media platforms, an official speech promoting its role with Moscow in protecting the New World Order, in the face of Washington's decline in military power. The Global Times claimed that the close relationship between China and Russia is the last line of defense to protect the world order, while a report by the New China News Agency stated that the United States is trying to distract domestic attention and revive its influence on Europe. Jessica Brandt, Director of Policy at the Brookings Institution, said the letter, which was posted in multiple languages on Twitter, which is banned in China, was an attempt to shape the way the world views the United States and NATO. Beijing's goal is to undermine the soft power of the United States, discredit the credibility and attractiveness of liberal institutions, and discredit open media, he added. Common goals, a common enemy. International relations experts believe that China and Russia share close relations, reinforced by common interests. The Crimean crisis of 2014 in Ukraine revived the rapprochement between the two countries again, after Beijing provided Moscow with economic and diplomatic support, amid the international isolation it was experiencing. Since then, the relationship has blossomed further, with China being Russia's largest trading partner for years, with bilateral trade hitting a new high of $147 billion last year. The two countries also signed a roadmap for closer military relations last year, with the intensification of joint military exercises. Putin's trip to China to attend the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics at the invitation of his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping indicates the warm relationship between the two sides. Beijing and Moscow realize that the common interest requires the United States and Europe to resist and win a greater role for them in international politics, said Chris Miller, Associate Professor of International History at Russia's Tufts University. While international experts believe that China may provide economic aid to Russia as it did before, if the conflict over Ukraine escalates, and Western sanctions are imposed on Russia, including providing alternative payment systems, loans to Russian banks and companies, and buying more Russian oil. But this support will not amount to providing Chinese military support. In light of Beijing's awareness of the consequences of the step on antagonizing the European Union, China's second-largest trading partner. Bonnie Glaser, director of the Asia program at the German Marshall Fund, said that if Beijing provided stronger support for Moscow, it would be more difficult for them to do so. This may lead to more tensions with the United States and Europe, an issue that Beijing is currently avoiding, given its keenness on stabilizing relations with the United States at the present time.